Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday afternoon. Today we are going to be doing chair exercises. So all you need today is just an armless chair. So if you want to go ahead to the kitchen and grab one, or wherever you're at, we want an armless chair. If you don't have an armless chair, you can use one with arms. It's just going to limit your mobility a little bit here. My name is Desiree Myers. I'm the Assistant Program Manager here at the Washington County Senior Center. And we've been doing Thursday afternoon exercises for quite a while now. So thank you for those that faithfully tune in. And to those of you that are new, welcome. Just give it your best today. We're going to try and keep a good posture throughout the entire routine. Nice, even breathing as well. If you notice that your breathing kind of gets off track a little bit, slow it down, catch your breath, and then follow along. Most of the exercises that we do today will be doing 20. If you only do 5, if you do 30, that's up to you. We'll try and do most of them for 20. There are a couple that we're going to switch it up for a little bit just to keep you on your toes, but hang with me, do your best. You might feel a little bit of discomfort or a little bit of pulling as you're doing these, and that's okay, but you don't want any pain. If you feel any pain, you need to stop what you're doing immediately. Take note of what you're doing at that time. And if it's something that you want to speak with your physician about, that's recommended. If you find that maybe a particular move is always uncomfortable and painful for you, that's something you need to talk to your healthcare provider about. So again, you listen to your body. You know what's best for you, better than I do. So listen to yourself. All right, so you should have your armless chair here. We're gonna go ahead and get started. You can be at the edge of your seat here. Nice deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Even breathing in and out. Get yourself centered here. Focus on your posture. Shoulders are kind of back and relaxed. Head is tall. Some people say, imagine as if you're growing while you're sitting in your chair. Deep breaths. And as I said, we'll be doing chair exercises. So all of these exercises will be done in the chair. We won't be standing up for any exercises. So now that you have your comfortable position, nice even breathing, let's go ahead and get started with toe lifts. So we're keeping our foot mound on the ground. This is a real tiny movement, just lifting our toes. You can kind of wiggle them as you do so. Just the toes are coming up off the ground, no other part of the foot. Gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, just a tiny movement, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, for those that got a little anxious, we are going to lift the whole foot up, rocking back on the heel, toes up in the air, and back down to flat foot. That's 1. Toes up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. What we do one way, we try to do the other. So now we're going up onto our tiptoes. Heels are being lifted up off the ground and back down to flat foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. You can slide back in your chair so that your back is against the back of the chair. We're going to lift our legs up for the next couple exercises. With the right leg extended out in front, we're going to pretend as if we're stepping on a gas pedal, pointing the toe away from us and pulling it back in, out and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Lower the right leg, lifting the left leg up in the air. Same thing, pointing those toes out and back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Lower the left leg. Toes together, heels together. Exactly as it sounds, bringing the toes together and then the heels together. Both legs up in the air. Toes together, heels together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lower both legs down. Very good job. Now we're going to do a leg lift here. Right leg and then the left leg, only one leg at a time. Lifting the right leg up in front and just bending back down. Gently lifting up and lowering down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Check in on your breathing. See how you're doing. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Over to the left leg, lifting up and lowering back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, are you hanging with me? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let's slide to the front now here again. We're going to do a little bit of a hip opener with a forward bend here. So taking the right leg, we're going to interlace our fingers here, grabbing kind of at the shin here of our right leg, and pulling that knee up towards your chest. You want to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall. We're not caving in at all to get this. Just lifting that right leg up, knee towards the chest, holding it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking that left hand, gently grabbing at the right ankle, and we're going to stack it up here so that our right ankle is in line with our left ankle, left knee. Right here is our right ankle, all in a line, stacked up there. You can put your hands wherever it's comfortable. I usually find kind of at my heel and my knee of my right leg. And you can just hold it here for a little bit. Or if you really want to kind of open up, we're going to lean in just a little bit. So leaning forward, still keeping those shoulders open, bending into a little bit. Let's hold it here. Or if you're still in that original seated position, that's okay. Let's try and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interlacing those fingers, let's bring that knee back up to our chest. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the right leg out in front of you and extend the arms to either side, really engaging those core muscles. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give that right leg a hug and back down. Very good. Take a deep breath or two here. That was probably a tricky one. It's been a while since we've done that in our chair exercises. So again, if you have to sit a particular exercise out, that is okay. Just try your best. Again, listen to your own body. Let's do the same thing with our left leg now. Interlacing those fingers. Gonna pick that left leg up, bringing that knee towards our chest. Sitting nice and tall. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. With that right hand grabbing at the left ankle, we're going to stack it up, or kind of what we have is a figure 4 here on our lap. Forgot to mention that earlier. We are in line. Our right ankle is in line with our right knee, which has our left ankle on top of it. With this figure 4 here on our lap, again, placing your hands wherever it's comfortable for you. If you're able, and if you feel comfortable, without any pain, we're going to lean into it a little bit here. Really opening up, keeping those shoulders open. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing that left knee for a hug. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend that left leg out in front. Engaging those core muscles. Arms go out to either side. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7. You still want to stay nice and tall. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug that left leg. And release. Excellent work. So we're kind of working our way up our body here. We did toes together, heels together, a couple different movements for our legs. We're slowly working our way up. Let's work on our shoulders now. Let's do 10 shoulder rolls forward and 10 shoulder rolls back. All right, forward. We're gonna shrug up, push front and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you find that you're sacrificing posture, then that means you're doing too many reps, or maybe you just need to focus on your posture a little bit more. It's not worth compromising your posture. That's where injury and more pain happens. We're probably at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna take it back now. Shrugging up, push back and down. Shoulder rolls backwards, that's 1. Back and down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, really open up here, 9, and 10. Fabulous. We're going to do some arm lifts. So with your right arm, just kind of resting on your knee, we're going to take it up as straight as you can. Maybe that's all the way up in the air, or maybe it's part way. Whatever works for you, dependent on your range of motion. So you just go up to what you feel comfortable with and bring it back down to your knee. 1, up, 2, we're gonna try 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just as if you're reaching up in the air, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Give the right arm a little bit of a break. Left arm, again, just kind of fingertips, hand resting on your knee, taking it up to what you feel comfortable. Maybe this arm doesn't go quite as high, or maybe it goes higher. You do what's best for you. We're gonna go up, then back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, always coming down and touching that knee. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very nice work. Now, with our arms out to the sides, palms up in the air, fingertips extended, what we're going to do is tap our shoulders from the side. So bringing those fingertips, just tapping the shoulder and going back out to that original starting position. Let's try 20 of those. Tapping and back out. Tap, 2, tap, 3, tap, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure you're still sitting nice and tall. Engaging those core muscles to hold you up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Maybe you heard chair exercises and you thought, oh, good, an easy day. But that's not the case. Hopefully you find this one just as challenging, if not more challenging than some of the others that we do. We're going to do a little different variation on the one we just did. We're going to have our arms out in front of us. Again, palms facing up to the sky, fingertips extended. And we're going to tap our shoulders, coming in and back out. That was 1. Let's go in and out. 2, tap. 3, tap. 4, tap. 5, tap. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Hopefully we're feeling all right. Again, focusing on that posture as we're doing these exercises and your breathing. Your body will warn you. If you're feeling out of breath or overly fatigued, stop. Kind of recenter and ease back into it. Pick up where you left off. Again, you don't have to do 20 reps. You just do what's best for you. This next one is still working our upper body. We want to make almost a field goal sign here with our arms. Bent, elbows bent out to the side. And we're just going to pretend this is a collapsing field goal. So we're taking our arms down and back up. They're staying bent. We're just kind of falling forward here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can push down with a little bit of force. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Field goal still up. Now we're going to bring it together. So if it's coming in on itself, or if you want to imagine yourself clapping, and back open. Together and open. 3, close, open. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let your arms hang down at the side. Shake them out a little bit. Roll your shoulders if you need to. Loosen them up. I know we really worked our arms there. We're going to go ahead and work our hands, wrists, and fingers now. So with 2 little fists out in front of you, we want the thumb tucked in underneath all of the other fingers. That way we get a nice stretch in through the thumb as well. Elbows tucked at your side. We're just going to do wrist circles, pretending to draw an imaginary circle. Let's go clockwise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and reverse it counterclockwise. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open and close the hands. I know the wrist circles are a really good one for me, sometimes sitting at the computer or the keyboard for too long. I hear some nice creaking and cracking when I do those. Go ahead and open and close the hands. Again, tucking that thumb in underneath all of the other fingers as you close. Just gives it an extra stretch. Or if you prefer to leave it out, again, you do what's best for you. With the hands open, let's walk the thumb across each finger. This is one we try to do in most of our Thursday exercises. Taking the thumb to the tip of the pinky, so we have nice ovals or circles. And then thumb and ring finger, thumb and middle, thumb and index, back out, thumb and middle, thumb and ring, thumb and pinky. Go ahead and walk it in, keeping nice ovals or circles, and walk it back out. Just try that a couple times, maybe one hand at a time. Maybe by now you're a master and you can do it real fast. Just make sure you tap every single one. Good, wiggle the fingers. All right, another one for our wrist. We're gonna do one while we're waving at each other. So even though we can't see each other, we're gonna pretend that we're saying hi. So arms extended out in front, palms away from you. We're gonna do a windshield wiper motion here with our hands going to the right and then to the left. That was one. Let's go back and forth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, everyone waving, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, since I couldn't actually tell if you were waving at me or you couldn't see if I was really waving at you, our arms extended out in front, we're going to drop our hands down so that they're facing us. And we're going to wave at ourselves here. Again, just going from right to left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good work. Doing a little bit of chair yoga here. We're going to do cat and cow. So if you're not already there, go ahead and slide to the front of your chair. I usually like to have my hands just kind of resting on my lap here for this one. It's up to you, whatever you find comfortable. So to start out, we're going to kind of cave everything in almost. So we're going to look down kind of towards our belly button and caving those shoulders up and over. So we're not just bringing them in. We kind of want to arch them up and over as we look down. Let's go ahead and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to open that up, pushing our shoulders up and back as we look up towards the sky, pretending as if we're bringing our shoulder blades together. Go ahead and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 3 more of those. Caving in, looking down towards your belly button. Shoulders are coming up and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opening up, shoulders up and back. Looking up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Caving it in and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling those shoulders together, looking up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to hold these for longer, you can. Take your time as you're switching your head from a lowered position to a higher one. This is our last one. Holding 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and back. Head up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to our starting position. Check your breathing, check your posture. We feel centered, we feel grounded. If you're there, we're going to go ahead and do a side stretch. So you can slide back in your chair a little bit. Again, this is where it's kind of nice to have an armless chair. I'm going to take my right hand and just grab at the edge, if I can find the edge, grab at the edge here of the left side of my chair. Now, this is kind of complicated, so my right hand has gone across my body and grabbed the left side of the chair. My left arm is going to go up and over my head, and I'm stretching this left side. So keeping that arm up over you, let's hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straightening up, lowering that left arm, unwinding here. What we do to one side, I said we always do to the other. So our left arm is now going to go across the body. Grab the right side of the chair. Right arm is going up and over now for a stretch through our right side. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering the right arm. Very good. Unwinding. All right. A little bit of a twist. Do the twist, right? Except we're still in our chair. So we're going to kind of start off with that same movement, if you will. We're taking our right arm across our body, grabbing the left side of the chair. But this time we're going to twist. So our left arm, okay, right arm is across our body, grabbing the left side of the chair. Left arm, if you can, go ahead and reach around to the back of your chair and twist that upper body so that you're facing to the left, sitting nice and tall, holding it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release your left hand, twist back around, and release the right hand. Same thing to the other side, but go ahead and find your center here. Again, we don't want to switch directions too fast. Make sure you're grounded, that you're centered. And then we're going to take the left arm across the body, grabbing the right side of the chair. Right arm, right hand, I guess I should say, is grabbing the back of the chair if you can. Or if you can't, you can always do trunk turns with hands on your hips and just kind of twisting that way. But this kind of pushes you a little bit deeper. Left arm on the chair, right hand on the back of the chair. We're just going to twist our upper body and hold it there. Make sure that your shoulders are going with. We're going to hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right hand, twist back around, and release the left hand. Good. We should be sitting nice and tall here, centered. Let's go ahead and start a cool down. Just with a couple more stretches. We really worked our upper body. Let's stretch out our shoulder a bit. Right arm going across your body at about chest height. We're going to bring that left arm, bend it over, and we're just pulling that right arm towards our body so that we feel a nice pull in here through our shoulder. For a shoulder stretch, holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release that. Stretching out the left shoulder. Left arm across your body at chest height. That right arm is hooking and pulling it back. Feeling that stretch through your left shoulder. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Let's loosen our neck a little bit. We might have got stiff doing a lot with our shoulders and our arms. We're going to take chin down to chest and hold it for a count of 10. Slowly lowering that chin down towards your chest. Go ahead and hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, do not do this fast. Go ahead and bring your head up to center so that we're sitting nice and tall. Taking the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Again, ear to shoulder. We're not lifting our shoulder up to our ear. Holding that ear down there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bringing it up to center. We always want to find that center before switching directions. Left ear down towards the left shoulder. Nice and gentle. Let's hold it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it up to center. We've got chin to shoulder and we're almost done. Chin over to the right shoulder, keeping the chin nice and level as you rotate it over to the right shoulder. And peek back as far as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, nice and level. Chin over to the left shoulder. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to center. Excellent. Let's do a couple deep breaths and we're all finished for today. Breathing in through the nose. We're going to lift our arms up and on the exhale out through the mouth, dropping our arms down. Do 3 breaths with me. Here we go. Breathing in and out. In and out. Last one. Let it all out. Very good. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this afternoon. We will not have class next Thursday. I'll actually be out, but I encourage you to go on the Washington County Commission on Aging Incorporated YouTube and Facebook pages. There in the video section, you can find past classes that we've done, whether it be ours, the Thursday afternoon exercises. We have Tai Chi, strength training, yoga, a lot of other ones. So check it out, stay well, and stay active.